You're gonna turn over, and you're gonna look directly into the eyes of your dad.
If you want to get stronger, do it. Morning, noon, and night, do it. Before and after every meal, do it. Do it till your body aches. Do it till you can't stand up straight. Do it till you're sick of it.
Just a few weeks ago, Baki Hanma finished up with its second season and a great conclusion of no less than 6 seasons of the anime in total. I'm pretty sure that the manga continues onward, but even if the anime doesn't get any more episodes, it's been one hell of a ride and it couldn't have ended better. If you don't know what Baki is, well, let me break it down for you, and don't worry, as always, there will be very few minor spoilers, but no major ones, so you don't have to worry about this video ruining a first time watching experience. If you're new to my channel, half of the videos I cover are animes, which I normally love and praise while talking about why I think they're just great. And the other half of the content I cover is Western forms of entertainment, like movies and TV shows coming out of Hollywood, and I normally just take a giant dump all over them and talk about how filled with crap they are. Either way, if you like this vid, then please consider subscribing and hitting the like button, and maybe leaving a comment as well to help this channel grow. So, with all that out of the way, let's get into the Baki anime.
You're the first one to make it here, huh?
Even a dope like you has to know that this isn't gonna do anything against a guy like me.
Baki is an anime focused around a young teenage man named Baki Hanma and his relationship with his father, the ultimate badass of all time, Yujiro Hanma, a relationship that is focused on him being able to beat his father in a fight. You see, in this world, everything revolves around fighting and the warrior's journey to prove his strength through the techniques of what he's been able to develop through training. You have all forms of martial arts like Kung Fu and Karate, as well as a few Western-inspired styles like boxing. Probably the greatest strength of this anime is its ability to dive in and explain different fighting techniques and their origins, while simultaneously making everything you're watching look as cool as humanly possible. To give a quick breakdown of how the seasons are laid out and what order to watch in, the first season aired January 9th, 2001 and is called Baki the Grappler, which introduces us to Baki, Yujiro, and a host of other characters that will become staples of the series moving forward. Then, in July of 2001, Grappler Baki Maximum Tournament started up with new episodes that covered an underground fighting ring that Baki would be participating in, as well as a host of many new fighters using diverse range of skills in order to win, some of which you wouldn't really expect. After that, the anime took a break for a while until it kicked back up on Netflix in June 2018, which was simply called Baki. It had 26 episodes in all, and you could tell the animation took a big step up. I also noticed, and I'm not sure if it does this in the manga or not, but the Netflix series, when comparing it to the older ones, seems like the amount of insanity when it comes to being able to perform certain fighting feats, as well as how much damage the body is capable of taking, is cranked up by like 100. I mean, don't get me wrong, Baki facing 100 guys in the street was never realistic, of course, but it just felt a little different compared to someone getting lit on fire and making a full recovery, or stomping across a river carrying someone on your back just because you've mastered Kung Fu. Not to mention that although Yujiro was unstoppable in the first few seasons, it seems like now they've made him into a god. Don't get me wrong, I love it. Every bit of it, in fact. Even more so than the older seasons, but it's worth pointing out.
Don't move, but trust me, you'll regret it.
Baki, technically the third season overall, focused on a group of escaped convicts from all around the world who all hold a desire to taste defeat for the first time. They're paired up against the competitors of the underground tournament and use all forms of tactics to not only try to win but also kill their opponents. After this, we have Baki, the Great Raitai Tournament Saga, which aired in the spring of 2020, having 13 episodes. This event took place in China and was designed to see who the greatest warrior in China was. Of course, not only was Baki competing in this tournament, but his father, Yujiro Hanma, who was considered the strongest man in the world, would also be fighting. Not to mention, we see the skills of Muhammad Ali Jr.'s son, who gets accepted as well. From here, the anime keeps going, but changes up its name a bit and goes from Baki to Baki Hanma and starts over at Season 1. Although, canonically, the story's still going on the same timeline. So, in September of 2021, Baki Hanma Season 1 is released, and the 12 episodes cover Baki trying to prepare for his upcoming fight with his father. And he does this by getting incarcerated into prison, facing off against the famous Unchained, also known as a giant black mountain of beef. And from that, we get to the final season, or at least the final one at the airing of this video, Baki Hanma Season 2, having 27 episodes in all and have come out in the summer of 2023. This season is split up into two parts. The first is about a giant dude who lived during the time of the dinosaurs and gets thawed out of ice, and every fighter and their mama wants to take a turn in the ring with this guy and test out their skills against him. They refer to him as Pickle, and the dude literally fought and ate dinosaurs. So yeah, those fights turn out pretty interesting, you could say. But moving on, the second half of this season, we get to the conclusion of the father-son battle, and I won't tell you who wins, of course, but damn, was it a good fight. I started watching the anime when it came to Netflix, so I skipped the first two original seasons. After the first episode, I was hooked, and even though there was a few things I missed and or couldn't fully appreciate, I never felt lost or like I needed to watch those earlier seasons. But after that, I did go back and check them out, and they still hold up pretty good. And I will say that if you really want to appreciate how far Baki has come, as well as why he wants to fight his father so badly, then you should probably check them out before you see the final season. Again, they do a good job of explaining things in the final season, so you're not missing too much, but hey, you will miss out on young Baki fighting a monster gorilla, and how could you sleep at night knowing that?
I got him! End of the line! Die!
What's funny is that the strength of this anime isn't its story. It does have an overall plot in each season and a few threads that tie them all together, but at the end of the day, most of the guys we're watching are just kinda meatheads throwing their arms and legs around in an attempt to see who's got the bigger sausage between their legs. And you know what? That's what makes it so freaking great. This anime might be simple in nature, but it's also pure. It's what I'd like to call masculine. In an age of fake meat, fake products, fake actors, fake moral standards, and as many soy cucks as the eye can see, it's nice to just watch a couple of dudes at the prime of their power just duking it out with everything they've got. And when you throw in thoughtful and detailed explanations of different forms of martial arts and their origins, great animation, intense music, well-paced and interesting combat, and guys coughing up buckets of blood, you have a recipe for a testosterone-filled grenade of awesomeness. I mean, sure, it's animation, but it'll still grow hair on your balls nonetheless. But let me know what you think. Have you watched it yet? And were you satisfied with the final fight? And if you haven't watched it, do you think this might be one you might want to check out? Let me know in the comments below, and if you're not a tofu-eating cream puff, then please like and subscribe the video, and hit the bell icon to know when my videos are coming out as well. And of course, as always guys, thanks so much for watching, and have a great freaking day.